Well, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Final Fantasy 14. Oh, shoot. I knew I was forgetting something here. Hold on just a second. Bear with me. The cat wants to come into... Ow. Damn it. Go. Stop it. It's, where is it? There's that. One torch. Oh, soon this will be rectified. I apologize. Um, I think I may have just broke my phone. Let's try that one more time. Am I plugged in? Let's do this. Well, maybe I'll have a camera, maybe I won't. In any case, good to see you, good to see you. Hopefully, eventually, you'll see me. Nope. Oh my. Some days you'd think I was professional. Some days you realize, no, that is not the case. Okay, I think that is square there. That's definitely not square there. Let's turn you this way. Hey! Oh shoot, I've been on. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, welcome to the show, welcome to Final Fantasy 14. A Realm Reborn patch content. Yes, we're stalling. It is a day for stalling, and wow, I am more than... hold on for just a second. Whoa. My camera stand has decided not to. I need to adjust the light real quick. Make this work. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay. So, it's been a minute. So, what have I been doing in the meantime? Well, stalling. Got a haircut, got a sunburn. Can't see it, thankfully. But I am peeling all to hell. In any case, it's good to be back. And yeah, yeah, I'm done stalling. So, let's be frank here for just a second. I really like what's coming up in the story. And I really hate it. See, the thing is, I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen up to and including some of Shadowbringers. I was in Shadowbringers when I decided to start doing this. I know what happens. I know what Alfie's planning. I know what's going on there. I know what's going to happen to our friends. And yes, I've been putting off going forward. And if you think that's wrong of me, well, I'm sorry. Mostly because the last couple weeks I've definitely not been in the headspace to deal with this emotionally. And if you catch and as soon as I get the videos up for Bard and White Mage, which I'm leveling up off stream to put in my pocket, you'll probably catch a couple moments where I can't get through the line reads. I get a little verklempt, to borrow the old phrase from the Mike Myers sketches. I go a little verklempt. I should stop stalling. Let's just go talk to Alfie, shall we? Thank you for coming, Red. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Shall we go on a trip? Pray, forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the Seventh Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the desperate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land, and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet, while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus toward unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the Scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But, as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true... Let me try that one again. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning grand company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey, and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Alphino has long been laying the groundwork for this organization of his, and he looks to you to help him turn his proposal into reality. Pray, lend him what aid you can. Okay. Well, I suppose I can just teleport there. It's free. Okay, I need to go this way. So as I was taking my little break, like I said, I did do a bit of farming the Alliance raids. And well, we'll say this bothers me. We can go back and look and see what level I was when I finished A Realm Reborn and opened the Alliance raids, opened the Crystal Tower. Now you can still individually select them, so that's not that big of a deal, but still locking me out of the roulette because my character level is higher than the gear I have available to me is a little rough, and hopefully they'll do some tweaking on that system. This is brand new as of, well, the patch came out Monday night. This is Wednesday. So, yeah. We'll see how things go moving forward. Alfie. Ah, there you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Bluffishman. While the Admiral and I are finalizing promissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter if they should be already pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you're satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we may prepare for the next leg of our journey. Okay, so we need to go upstairs and talk to a few people. Okay, so first one. So they're kind of scattered. They're not just kind of scattered. They are scattered all over the friggin' place. So let's do it like this. We'll start over here in the bottom corner. You know what? Hard. You can move faster for longer as a bard. And I'm high enough level at it that I don't have to switch off. And our first target is Riol. If you don't remember Riol, he is the guy that introduced us to, or that showed us the way into Titan's navel. The navel of the world. He was the final dude in the Titan's quest. Well, if it ain't red, I'd not forget a venturer brave enough, or daft enough, to seek a shortcut into the Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Real, don't you? Formerly the Company of Heroes? 3 whistles at Bronze Lake? It ain't often I drag me outside of Limsa for a drink, but right glad I did. I figure these days. You're looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Sounds like a right lark, it does. Alrighty, lass, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into my grave just yet. If you're wondering what the suit is, well, it's the rainbow gear, topped with the ballad gear. That maybe the gloves? Nope, those are... So the ballad gear is one of the... how you want to say? One of the Crystal Tower gear sets for archers. So I figured might as well glam it up. As you can see, though, the actual stuff bottom is hidden behind me, but it is made by me. As is the mighty Thunder Dart. I just love it. Nanza, you're not going to join us. Precursor to igniting yours in grand company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Nardik and Vermelis keep me close to the forge. I've not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills in armor, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. That's in the wood. Okay. The third... Okakia. Nope, you're not it. Roswind. Yeah. Who in the bloody hells do you think you are talking to, Drylander? Why? No, it's not. Yeah. Who in the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sullen knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fob, try knocking on that dandy Carvalian's door. So, she actually shows up quite often, as does Carvalian. Carvalian is I want to say Duskwhite Ellison, but I could be wrong on that one. But an Ellison pirate captain who may or may not be Ishgardian. Or rather, it may or may not be Ishgardian noble. Nobility? Nobility. That's the word. To the Arcanist Guild. No. The Marauders Guild, because we want to be all the way over there. And the Coral Tower. Well, we're going to try and recruit the head of the frickin' guild. Or the head of the... Yeah, no. Master Alpha Note's new organization. Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As a commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Lominsa must needs receive my full attention. Marauders, go away. And since she mentioned him, we might as well talk to Mr. Carvel. I was right, he is a Duskwhite. Hello, Mr. Tallman. An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens as well know that there's a time to act and a time to watch. And I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Yep. I thought so. Spikes! That is some awkward spot for a spike. In any case, Alfie's waiting downstairs. No real luck. Why am I going back to Dragoon? Because well, we're playing as Dragoon. The only reason I was cavorting as a bard was to get the airship, which means I need the lift. I just wanted the speed buff. Red? Red! Your recruiting went well, I trust? I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa. Oh. A member of a legendary company of heroes indicated his interest? Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. You could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray, continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nafka's altar. Okay. To Gridania. You'll also notice that the map's looking a little cleaner at the moment, and while that's because that's how I've been labeling the White Mage off-stream, which will get all of our ARR jobs from, or all the jobs available from Gridania from ARR, at least reasonably level. So we're needing to go to Nafka's altar, which is the Conjure skill. Alfinor. My audience with this Elder Seedseer is due to commence momentarily. I'd be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Now let's check the map. Nobody in New Gridania, but in Old Gridania we can just make a loop here. So actually, we'll take a shortcut, if I can remember which way I need to turn. So first, to Minkado's amphitheater. Ah, Laurinaitis. You backstabbing bastard. Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Could it be you don't remember me? It's I, Laurinaitis, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscaron's. Yes, now I remember. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I'd realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. What of you, adventurer? What brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what's your policy on reformed convicts? matters stand, the wood whalers have not more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Somehow, friend, I don't believe. Two more achievement certificates. Alian and Isildur. Alian. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest, ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry, we were just... Oh, Red, Try that one again. Oh, Red, isn't it? It's been some time since our paths crossed outside the Copperbell mines. You were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look at how far you've come. Mother Mune tells me it was you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. My back is perfectly fine, I tell you. You'll have to tie me to my bed if you think to prevent me. Well, perhaps I will rest for just a short while. Sounds like me in the morning. The gray on top there, it isn't just for show. And I've not dyed my hair silver. Ursendel, you would offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has brought upon the land. Because I'm the one who led young women to not Countess Baffory. Baffory? Now that, I mean, that's a the woman who Bathory. I was right. Elizabeth Bathory. My random knowledge, my trivia knowledge coming in useful. Sangold, you helped out with that same deal. Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited. And this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Fair enough. Quickly, to the airship landing. What news, Red? For my part, the Elder Seatsier was most amenable to our requirements. A former woodwhaler and a seasoned adventurer? Our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah while the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to continue our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Ul'dah! Who are you? Why do you have a... Huh. Hosting strip, please. She acted like she had a quest for me. Ul'dah, the Gilded City, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest ascending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our representative Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Red. Yum. Okay, looks like everybody's around the loop, so let's start by going this way. And it's Wilrid, the young man from Little Alamigo. Wait, you're the lady who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't. I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were cool. Any road, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland, about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I had been manipulated and vowed to make myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions. And you say it'll take me to all corners of the realm. That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Okay. Well, let's see. We will circle this. We'll switch back to Bard real quick so we can get Peloton. Now, who is this going to be? This is Orsin. Oh, this is one of the nuns. Oh, what a happy coincidence. You remember me, perchance? I'm Orsin of the Saint of the Church of the Saint... I'm Orsin of the Church of Saint Adama Ladama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying upon Drybone's less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion? Thancred, was it? Ah, 'tis new companions to seek then. Your proposed organization sounds like a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. That tracks. I mean, that is something you would hope would come out of a sister's mouth. Yellow Moon. I don't remember Yellow Moon. I'm sorry. You wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Yeah. I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Oh. And the other reason I like going with the bard? My portrait sparkles. Landaber. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt corn, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Oh, that's interesting. Is word on the street correct? Stands good. You're not who I'm looking for. What? Are you? A company that looks to cure the ills of the entire realm. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next door over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Okay, there we go. I got one. Chamber of Rule, please. Of course, somebody else. How fared you, Red? What hidden gems did the streets of Uldar offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In the troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen up to the challenge nonetheless. And the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Red. I will not squander this precious gift you have placed in my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you've no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the document signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus the origin of every coin and contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding the enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn the people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, We should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones, and lay the first stone of a united Let us return to the Rising Stones, and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Apparently I lose the voice about halfway through one of those speeches. Ah, travel by cutscene.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Speak with Alphino at the Rising Stones. That sure is a vehicle. I wish that we're not so eager to look into the future when we have so many problems in the here and now. We all have our... That is a journey I soon wish... That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Red. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Greetings, Red. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions will certainly be grateful to have such support. Let's try that one again. Greetings, Red. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Naru is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slathborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? I can do that. What can I do for you, Red? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new armored Scions. I barely noticed your recruits arrive. There's barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. I appreciate your offer of aid. It is more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slathborn! The shipment! We couldn't... Guardswoman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may be heretics. There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There's naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishkal will need to be informed. Where did the supplies originate? House Fortom. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are praised at this development. Red, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Raton? I'll be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I can contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I'm certain Lord Harshaphone will be glad of your assistance. Okay, so quick, let's teleport to Camp Dragonhead while they dance. Well. It isn't my fine friend, Red Green. Would you care for a plate of roast caracal? Some mulled wine? No? I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Soul, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence.
The incident with the New Frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Forton does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Hallone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Thank you, Lord Oshford. Okay. Tweak the drill mount at white brim front. I wondered what that second icon was, and that is Pawns of Flesh, which is the continuation of our relic weapon. Oh, you can keep going up. Can you get out quicker? You can. Can you ring the bell? You can't. Really? That was enough for fall damage? Red, is there aught you would ask of me? Pray, speak plainly. I'm a man of action, need no honeyed words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, that 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabout have Say that one again. I must confess, then. 'Tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, not canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what matter of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. I don't want to hear that from you guys, Halone worshippers. Mayhap you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Okay. I shall. Why am I going up? Because I wanted to try this. I wanted to try something. Hee 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 hee. I like to jump. Upstairs, right? Tell you what happened. Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly blackouts. When I was traveling my usual route from White Bib Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. It was then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before the darkness claimed me, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that's why they're hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Okay, well, I suppose then. Search the wilds of Snowcloak. Gale Force 1. I've been leveling Archer, so I may be a little rusty here, guys. Oh no, the investigators! Speak with the house during their night. He's up here. He's standing directly in front of one of the Barentine crocs. Luckily, I'm a high enough level that the Barentine crocs don't actually care about me. Yeah, draw your weapons up. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You come seeking heretics? And we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced to cross one of the raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have them cornered in this ravine, yet they're vanished. They're gone. Vanished like icy rays. Hello. I see you. I noticed something. A glimpse of a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Isot herself come to sneer at our folly? And where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best were we to return to right in front. Lay our suspicions before Lord Drillamon. Lay our suspicions before Lord Drillamon. Hello. Red, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in the report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. They should be bested so handily. I fear I've woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the news, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray, return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Harsherfront of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Okay. Lord Percival.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Thank you, Lord Harsherfront. Your continued patronage is much appreciated. Much appreciated. Actually, I know it's not a very long teleport, but Red, 'tis good to see you return to the troll. How fared you in the frozen oyster carcass? Lord Full told us to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Harsherfront for his... I must send thanks to Lord Harshaphon for his continued generosity. Yet, even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who wish to do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. I think I will grab the white mage. I'm at a dearth of white mage glamours. While you were away, Kurthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed. Although Tataru does seem yet somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist can do with the hand? Okay. I can do that. If I can manage to hit the door. Tataru. These parchments need to be sorted in these documents. Why are they even here? I'm sorry, tempted to file the lot in my waste basket. Ah, Red. You startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't want to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. The cat has invaded the desk. Let's see. Someone's outside. You Hase. Hello, you bastard. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. Giving of oneself to the investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to clause. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once the organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. Typical Oliver. Let's see. I need to get up there. I thought it best to make my fillers here, but I admit I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, our new uniforms. I'm reminded of my induction to the Wood Whalers. Let's get the farthest one and work our way back. Femi! Red Green! Gods, I didn't expect to see you strolling around town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. It is an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Well read. Little Alamillo could learn much from Revenant's Toll. This town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Yeah, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. You're wearing a harness, buddy. Erdmus. The scarlet garb marks me a proud member of the Maelstrom, and a haughty defender of limbs and Elemensa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grand scale. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. But alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Gilded. I don't believe we've met. I'm Mildred, and I'll have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in the rebuilding that These uniforms are a shrewd decision. There's no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Put on your uniform. Make sure it's not sloppy. Is that a spoiler? That may be a spoiler. That's probably a spoiler. Oh, that us? Looking for me, would you? I'd suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure as I'd hear amongst the bustle. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood in the head. Not to worry though, I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Where's my loss? Did I miss him? What? Yes, I did. Eliad. Let's try that again. Isildur has at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I'm excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Before I head in, I just need to... I'll be right there. Just give me a second here. Alphino, shall we get this thing started? Oh, Red. Tataro mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met with the rest of the recruits? Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is a much smaller core of elite warriors we can achieve. There is much a smaller core of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I had thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Red. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea.
I can't remember the button for to auto-advance the scenes.
From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
So if you saw me staring out into oblivion there for a moment, because I was curious, that is an odd, the name Crystal Braves has had piqued my interest. I'll tell you why here in just a second. I need to go stand up, cycle my contents, and let's say make sure the cat is where she wants to be. So hold that thought. We'll be right back.
lemons don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back.
That one. Can we do it again?
This is ridiculous.
Alright, that didn't take too long, did it? Benfilia, brave new companions, let's finish this quest.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions.
Very likely.
Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death.
Fair enough.
Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
I mean, it's not impossible.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Gallians?
Come to think of it.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
I will take the Daystar Circlet. They got right out. Very good. See the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are in common fists, they say. Litmus. Eorzea defended. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems at present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all this you know already. Let us speak then of more current matters. In particular, the state of the Go God. Listen, guys. This was not intentional, at least not on my part. You've seen me use the BRB screen, right? Where my BRB screen has the, I want to say the thing where the little gameplay window to show you I'm not effing around while I'm off screen. And it's centered. It's where the window pops up. So what right now is literally, I look over to my OBS studio and see what is dead center of the screen right now. It is boobies. This was not intentional, but it caught my eye because guess what? Yeah, I may be 43, but I'm not dead. So, yeah. Congrats on putting Menphilia dead smack dab in the middle of the frame. Framing. It's an artistic choice. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I do not doubt he is doing his best, I fear that a helping hand or two would not go astray. In the end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him, and support him in whatever manner you are able. Yeah, I suppose. Alphino, little Lord Ho, Alphino. Gilbert, you bastard. What is it, Red? And do be concise, I'm rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? See, but well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Hilbert. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Red. A dazzling foil arrangement, each blossom of palest beauty in her own right. The blessing and the burden of an overactive imagination. Ah, Yeah, I see where you're looking. And he's not wrong.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
Yeah, Alfie sent me over.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Okay. I mean, that kind of tracks. Okay. Let's take a light out to... Oh, wow. I should not be yawning at 7 o'clock. I'm not that old yet. But it does seem that The alarm clock went off awfully early this morning. So I think we'll finish up these couple of scenes and call it for this evening. We've got 90,000. 84,000 left to go.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Ha! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. acclaimed general. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily. One misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levio. Oh, nope. Alfie's over here. 4. I'm going to say hi to Lori Boulder. Look forward, never back. Devote yourself only to the present. That is what I've learned from the donuts. We are returned from Uldar, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it! That's a little close to, belong. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardon, commanders. We will not have the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Obed has the right of it. I trust you are willing? But of course you are. Now, Aliana the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. Alian! I'm going. What's that? We'll free you yet. Alian, you would aid us in our rescue mission. We're in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear she will not long survive their attention. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please, help us find Resh before it's too late. Man, that looks a lot like, Spaceball salute. Hello? No, I don't think I will. Where's Kalali? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Blood. Now, quit this cursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. But we trouble you to provide one. Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion from the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again when we are safely outside these walls. Okay, I can make a distraction. Hey, look at me. I'm a distraction. Oops, didn't mean to jump on you. It's alright. Ooh, I got some rubber. longer Ali and rubber. I've waited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that's left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levieur. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. It does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture. I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Red. Allow me to thank you also, sire. Red shows you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander. I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Red, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Kurthus. I've been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Now, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Take these Daystar gloves, I believe. And, as I said, I think that's where we're going to hit the pause button for this evening. 2 hours is what I like to do. Makes for a decent video, decent VOD size, so I guess thank you all for coming. I do appreciate you being here, and thank you for watching. Of course, if you're watching on Twitch, hit the feel free to hit the like or the follow button on Twitch, hit the like button on YouTube, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the bell if you want to be notified for when these videos go live. I tend to do them in batches, just because I'm lazy as fuck. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I do need to go back. That reminds me. Oh, yeah, before we go, we right after the last break, I had talked about the name the Crystal Braves, and well, it threw me, and I took the moment to go look it up. In the Japanese, it is actually, this way to mention, it is actually Crystal Brave. it is the Crystal Braves. It's not. And the reason that surprises me is a lot of times, not necessarily in Final Fantasy, but a lot of times I've seen Yusha or be translated as brave, which makes sense. It's also one of the words that they tend to translate to hero party as the chosen one. It has the chosen one vibes rather than the accomplished one vibe. The whole thing on the difference between the Yusha and Ayu, that somebody that's more fluent with Japanese should speak to, because I have slightly more than cursory knowledge. But it still surprised me that the Japanese version lists basically a katakana version of Crystal Brave, rather than using like the review text, where they put it over top. These guys are named the Crystal Braves. They're not named like the Heroes of the Crystal. They're not named that it's Crystal Braves. And that, I don't know why that surprised me. I don't know that it actually surprised me, but I don't know why it struck me. Well, in any case, that is my my weirdness for the night. Thank you for stopping by. Be good to each other. See you next.